Good morning and welcome to this 30-minute power class. I was a little taken off by the recording. I just actually uploaded my Zoom, so I guess there's some updates there that are a little bit different. But anyway, if you have blocks, we're going to be doing a power class. So we're going to take it up a notch. And if you want to ever stay in child's pose, that's always an option. I know I always say this, but just make sure that you're listening to your body and you're not overdoing yourself or putting yourself in poses that are uncomfortable. So if you want to go ahead and bring your blocks close by, we will be doing some balancing. It's always good to have those. Before we do, we're just going to come into Lectio Divina time. So if you want to put that block underneath your seat like I'm doing, if you want to lay down, you can. You can take your palms and press them on your thighs if you want to press them down, kind of feeling more grounded here, or you can take your palms and face them towards the sky as an act of receiving. Roll your shoulders down your back and just take a few breaths here. Before we enter into the Word of God, see if you can just slow down your breathing. This Lectio Divina is inspired by my friend Kate. She put it up on Instagram, and I thought it was really cool how she wrote here. So for this Lectio Divina, we're going to be focusing in Colossians 4:6. So as I read these words, notice if a word or phrase kind of shimmers. What resonates with you today? So really hearing the words, noticing, and just allow these words to wash over you from Colossians 4:6 from the Message. Make the most out of every opportunity. Be gracious in your speech. The goal is to bring out the best in others in a conversation, not put them down, not cut them out. Just finding rest with these words. And for this next reading, choose to reflect. Allow the verse to spark your imagination. What thoughts or images or emotions come to the surface as you hear these words again? Let every word you speak be drenched with grace and tempered with truth and clarity. For then you will be prepared to give a respectful answer to anyone who asks about your faith. For this next reading, how are you choosing to respond? As you interact with these verses, what might God be saying to you personally? Maybe choose to respond in prayer. Let your conversation be always full of grace. Season with salt, so that you may know how to answer everyone. choosing to find rest here. And simply sit with these words in the peace of God's presence. Breathing in, breathing out. Maybe even choosing to breathe in words that are drenched with grace. Maybe even breathing out the words that no longer serve you. Choosing to talk kind to others and ourselves. Taking one more big breath here. Exhale, sigh out. And then gently make your way to your child's pose. Beginning to move our body now, making sure we're listening so we're not overdoing it. Take your knees out wide, bring your toes to touch, and spread your fingers. Maybe even tend your fingertips to kind of activate your arms, getting into your shoulder blades, inhaling. And then exhale, sigh it out. Breathe in. Breathe out. Walk your palms over towards the left side. You can either keep your palms next to each other or bring that right hand on top of your left, really getting into that right side body. Breathing in. Breathing out. Find yourself on the other side. So lovely. Just getting into that rib cage, that side body, inhaling. And exhale, let it go. Maybe even bring your forehead down and just take a few moments to just be here. Finding rest in God, letting go. Choosing His words. One more big breath in, filling up the lungs. And then exhale, sigh it out. Gently make your way to your first down dog. Reach your hips up high. Maybe pedal out here. Just find any movements that feels good. Root down into your firm foundation. Maybe you can choose to walk your palms a little bit closer towards the top of your mat, really walking out your dog here, really stretching it out here. Reach your hips up high, inhale, spread your fingers, sigh it out. One more here, inhale. Exhale, gently walk your feet towards your hands, finding some movements now. Moving into your forward fold, just hang down here for just a moment. If you want to take a bind, you can bend your knees, inhaling, and exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, bend your knees, root down, rise up, reach your palms up high, spread your fingers, open up here. And then bring your right hand behind your left in front, just coming into the twist. We've been focusing on twists this week. You can either reach your palms up high or bring them on either side. Spread your fingers, spread your toes. Inhale. Exhale, reach it back up. Other side. Inhale, hips are square towards the side wall. And then exhale, reach it back up. So beautiful. Bring your hands to prayer center. Then just take a pause here. Maybe you can place your hands on your heart. Giving our words over to God. Maybe asking forgiveness from the words that we have maybe spoken that haven't been kind, either to ourselves or others, or letting go of the words that we have heard others speak to us that may have hurt us. But choosing words that are drenched in grace. Breathe in, sigh out. Reach your palms up high. Inhale. We're gonna find 3 sun salutation A's. So you can either move with me or move at your own pace. You have your own practice over there. Bring your hands to prayer center. Inhaling. Exhale, halfway lift. So since this is a power flow, you can take it up a notch. Press your palms into the mat. Maybe step your right foot, your left foot. Maybe bring your feet closer together, bend your knees, and see what it feels like just to hop back into your plank pose. Coming all the way down onto your belly or hovering, upward facing dog, big breath in. Side out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, breathe out. Taking as many breaths as you need here. One more breath in. Exhale, maybe bring your feet together, maybe step, maybe hop. Your call. Inhale, hop all the way up. Exhale, halfway lift. Root down, rise up, breathing in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. And then find your flow. Maybe step, maybe hop. Upward facing dog, big breath in. Roll the shoulders down your back. Downward facing dog. Finding one more sun salutation A, maybe finding rest here. Or finding one more with me, breathing in, breathing out, so lovely. Bring your gaze in between your hands, jump, step, or hop, all the way up. Halfway lift, coming into that flat back, forward fold. Root down, rise up. So beautiful, maybe add that back bend, hands to prayer center, forward fold. Halfway lift, find your flow. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Taking that pause whenever you need it, maybe even finding child's pose. Really breathing in and out. What I love so much about the power flow is you kind of get your heart rate up a little bit and then you slow it down. You get it up a little bit and then you calm it down again. So you're like doing the work, doing the hard things, and then you're able to find rest. It's kind of like life. Like sometimes life gets really hard and we remember to breathe, to let go, and then we can find rest. So there's little moments of peace. So you can choose to stay in your child's pose, or we're gonna move into our flow a little bit more. Maybe step, maybe hop all the way up. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Bend your knees, coming into that chair pose. Pulling the pit of your belly in, reach your palms up high. Spread, look at your toes down there. Making sure your knees aren't over your toes, so they're not too far over. But you can still see your toes, so pull the pit of your belly in. Spread your fingers. Inhale, exhale. Maybe sitting just a little bit lower. One more breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Find your flow. Upward facing dog. Downward facing dog. Bring both of your feet together. Reach your right leg high. So you can choose to stay here in your 3-legged dog, or you can bring your knee to your nose. Exhale, kick it back. Bring your knee to your right elbow. Exhale, kick it back, getting into the abs just a little. Bring your knee to your left elbow. Exhale, kick it back. Step your right foot in between your hands, coming into your high lunge. So remember, you can always bring that knee down if you want. I'm gonna say lifted since we're in the power class, taking it up. So if you want a little bit more, deepen the bend in your right knee. Stay here, reach your right hand behind, your left in front. Spread your fingers. Maybe stay here, bring your right hand back, touching that left thigh. Take that left arm behind you, getting into that low back. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring that left hand down, your right hand high. Remember, you can bring that knee down if you'd like to. Breathing in, breathing out, kind of taking a pause in every pose. And just like we did in the earlier slow flow, see if you can bring your elbow towards your knee and flow, facing the opposite direction into your side ankle. So we're gonna be here for just a moment. I wanna make sure we have the right alignment. Your right foot's on 12 o'clock, your knee is over your ankle. Your left foot is all 4 corners of your feet are rooted down. You can either take an elbow to your knee or you can get a block. And then reach your left hand high. So really getting into that right thigh, that right hip, lift your toes, open up, inhale, exhale. Spread your fingers, peel your heart high, one more breath in, fullest expression. And then exhale, see if you can keep that knee exactly where it is, peaceful warrior. Breathing into your right side body. Pull the pit of your belly in, inhale. Exhale, straighten your right knee, come into your triangle. Walk your left foot a little bit closer, and then come into your triangle pose. You can either come onto a block lightly, you're not dumping, and then reach your left hand high. Lifting your toes, breathing in, breathing out. Gently reach both of your palms up high. Actually, you know what we're gonna do since it's power? You can choose, I forgot about this one, we haven't done it all. So you can choose to stay in your triangle or bring your left hand towards the front of your mat. You know where we're going if you've taken this class. We got this, remember. Reach your right hand towards the front of your mat. Engaging your core, spread your fingers, spread your toes, breathing in, breathing out. Feel your heart high, one more breath in, you got this. And then exhale, come all the way up. Ooh, feels good. Bring your hands to prayer center. Pivot your right foot towards the side wall, and then find your forward fold. So just hinge over your hips. So if you were with me earlier this week, you know where we're gonna go. So you can either choose to stay in this wide-legged forward fold, take your heels out wide, bend your knees. Or you can reach your left hand into the mat, reach your right hand high. Maybe even bring your right hand to your low back, making sure that your hips are square. Breathing in. Breathing out. One more breath in. Exhale, other side. Reach your right hand down, reach your left hand high. You can either reach your left hand towards the sky or maybe bring it towards that low back, making sure your hips are square towards the mat. Remember to breathe. One more big breath in. Exhale, find your forward fold. So just take a pause here in your forward fold. Calming the mind and the body. Remember that you can choose to stay in any pose for as long as you would like, or walk your palms towards the back of your mat. So you know where we're going. We're doing that same flow, but on the other side. So you're facing the back of your mat now. Remember, you can bring that knee down if you need to, or take it up a notch. Making sure that you have a block close by just in case. Reach your palms up high. Pull that pit of your belly in. Point your back heel towards the back, well, I guess the front of your mat now, and bring that knee over your ankle. Right hand in front, left behind you. Breathing in, breathing out. Inhale, spread your fingers. Exhale, bring your left hand towards that back thigh and see if you can open up. Breathing into that low back. Opening up your heart. Inhaling and exhale. Bring that right hand down, left hand towards the sky. Coming into that lower twisted lunge. You got this. One more breath in. Exhale, maybe grab your block, side angle. Elbow to knee or hand to block. See if you can deepen the bend in your left knee. You got this. Pull that pit of your belly in. Reach your right hand high. One more breath in. Exhale, peace warrior. Keep that knee exactly where it is. You got this. Deepen the bend in your left knee. Spread your toes. One more breath in. Exhale, straighten your left knee coming into your triangle. So I always like to kind of bump the right foot closer to the left without taking the whole rug with me. And extend your arms out long. Hinge over your left leg there, coming into triangle, taking a pause. Breathing in, breathing out. I'm so glad I remember this. Maybe you're not so glad, but choose to come with me or stay in your triangle. Right hand towards the back of your mat. Left hand towards the back of your mat. Engaging that core. Hips are square. Peel your heart high. Spread your fingers. Inhale. Exhale. One more breath in. Exhale, reach it up, wide-legged forward fold. So you can go ahead and find your twist. I'm just gonna stay in this wide-legged forward fold. So yogi's choice over there. We're only gonna be here for just a few breaths. One more breath in. Big sigh out. Walk your palms towards the top of your mat. Step your right foot back. Inhale, upward facing dog. Breathing in. Exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing out. So beautiful. Taking that holy pause. You choose to stay in down dog, maybe even find child's pose, or rock your feet towards your hands, or walk your hands towards your feet. So we're at the back of our mat. We only have just a few more minutes. The power class goes by so fast, at least for me. So ground down into your feet, root down, rise up. We're gonna do a little bit of balancing. Bring your hands to prayer center. So we haven't done this in a while, if you've been with me. We're gonna walk to the top of our mats, but we're gonna do it in a way that's balanced style. So you can choose to just walk right up there if you want. Or root down into your right foot, bring your knee in towards your chest. Maybe you're staying here. Maybe you want to extend that left leg long. Maybe you want to hold on, or maybe you want to let go. See what it feels like. Just extend that left leg long. Flex your left foot, breathe in, and then step. Swing that knee in towards your chest. So maybe staying here, seeing what it feels like to balance on that left foot, or extend your left leg long, or your right leg long rather. Maybe hold, maybe not. Flex your right foot, you got this. Breathing in, breathe out. One more breath in. Exhale, come all the way towards the top of your mat. Reach your palms up high. Bring your hands to prayer center. Taking this pause. And just doing that once more, but not walking. So we're gonna bring that knee in towards your chest. Give it a squeeze. Maybe extend that left leg long. Maybe not. Maybe staying here, or see if you can windmill that left hand back behind you. Coming into your airplane pose. So if you need to grab your blocks, grab your blocks. Hips are square, left foot's flexed, roll your shoulders down your back, your right foot's on 12 o'clock. Making sure you're breathing. So this is all a practice. Remember, we're talking nice to ourselves. I always find in the balancing poses, I can talk to myself a little bit like, why aren't you balancing? Or just being hard on myself. So see if you can just be kind and gentle. If you want to stay in your airplane, you can, or move into that half moon, reaching your left hand high, grabbing a block on that right hand. Your right foot stays on 12 o'clock. Breathe in, breathe out. One more breath in. And then exhale, coming into your standing split. So you can choose to kind of just come into a forward fold, or hinge over your right leg, keeping that left leg lifted. So just a little bit here. We're not going to do abs. So this is the last little bit, at least on this right side. So you can choose to stay here, bring your left knee towards the back of your right. Squeeze in, inhale, exhale, kick it back up. Two more, inhale, exhale, kick it back up. One more, bringing the top of your left knee to the back of your right, kick it back up, standing splits. And then just find your forward fold. Last little bit, and then we're moving to the floor. Inhale, exhale, rise up, root down into your left foot, bring your right knee in towards your chest, maybe extend it out long, maybe let it go. See if you can bring that back behind you, coming into your airplane. Spread your fingers. Roll your shoulders down your back. Remember those simple cues. Inhale, exhale, half moon. So maybe grab your block, right hand to hip, or maybe reach it high towards the sky. You got this. Fullest expression. Getting into those hips. Open up your heart. Inhale. Exhale, back to your airplane. Maybe fall over. Maybe bring your hands down and then come into your standing splits. Last little bit. So stay here. Maybe stay in your airplane, maybe find your forward fold. Or bring your right knee towards the back of your left. Inhale, bend your knees. Exhale, kick it back up. Two more. Inhale, you got this. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale, extend it up. Maybe hinge over your left leg just a little bit more. Meet your right with your left forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your flow. Step it back, upward facing dog. Big breath out, downward facing dog. Breathe in, Breathe out. Walk your feet towards your hands and make your way onto your back. Coming all the way down. Place your palms towards the sky, knees facing the sky. And just see if you can really calm down the breath. Since we did so much flowing, we kind of ran out of time for everything else. It always goes by so fast. So just finding a little bit of a hip stretch before we find our final resting pose. Bring your right leg over your left. You're just crossing the legs. If you want to go ahead and find figure 4, you can. Squeezing in tight. Soaking in this time with God, the sacred space. Choose to stay here. Bring your knees over to the left side, coming into that supine twist with a twist of the legs, or you can uncross them. Breathe in, sigh out. When you're ready, cross your left leg over, your right leg, squeeze it in, getting into those legs just a little bit. Softening the jaw. Like breathing. The legs over to the left side, coming into that supine twist. You can uncross the legs if you want, or keep them crossed. Breathing into this last little twist here. Slowing down the heart rate, calming the mind. Come back to center, coming into your happy baby. Maybe even rock side to side. And then just take whatever you need here. I'm going to say a waterfall, but if you want to go ahead and find shoulder stand or bridge pose or anything that you need before your final resting pose, go ahead and find that now, wherever you are. Just go ahead and find stillness. Face your palms towards the sky. Maybe it helps to bring one hand to your heart and one hand to your belly before we find our final resting pose. So just get comfy here for just a few breaths and hear these words one last time before we find Shavasana. Let every word you speak be drenched with grace and tempered with truth and clarity. For then you will be prepared to give a respectful answer to anyone who asks about your faith. Choosing to stay in whatever pose you're in, or bring your knees in toward your chest, inhaling. And then exhale, extend your legs out wide. See if you can really roll the shoulders down your back. Face your palms towards the sky. Breathe in. Maybe even shush out. Shh. Breathe in. Maybe even sigh out. Coming into our final resting pose. Find some gentle movements here. Perhaps even turning your device off and staying in this pose for as long as time allows you to. Or make your way to feel good morning stretch, roll over to one side whenever you're ready. Choosing to take a pause here. Thanking God for His love, His life, His faith, all the blessings. And don't forget to thank yourself for showing up today. Making time for you and God. Maybe even trying something new or finding rest, listening to your body. Make your way to your seat. Plant your sits bones into the mat. With your eyes still closed, place your hands on your heart. We're going to find one more big, expansive breath together. So the biggest breath you've had all day. Breathing in, pausing at the top, and then sigh out. God, we love you and we come to you. We thank you for loving us, for holding us, for being here with us. And we just pray that you guide us in our speech, that our words be drenched in grace, that everything we say comes from you, that we think before we talk, which is so hard for myself. So I just pray that we open our ears to you and that when we speak, they're your words. Help us to grow closer to you. Thank you for giving us bodies to move, to stretch, to walk, to run. Thank you for loving us and help us to grow closer to you each and every day. In your name that we pray, amen. Namaste. I'm so glad you were here with me today. I just love all the different types of classes. Since I teach over a different types, it's nice to do the power class. I feel like I haven't done that one in a while. So I hope that this class blessed you and you have a great day.